mother. Her life truly an act of faith. That faith, the inspiration for 18 books. It's been her shield from the streets of Brooklyn through college and law school. To Iyanla, Fix My Life, to 4 NAACP awards for over 25 years. Her faith has been at work to help our faith in the world and each other. Please, a warm welcome for our faith in action. Now, favorite icon, our beloved Miss Iyanla Vanzant.
Good evening, Brooklyn. It is so good to be home, and I want to thank you for coming out to share this time and space and living and loving with me tonight. Oh, we've been on a long journey. You see, it was 25 years ago when I first started doing this work publicly that I wrote a little purple book called Acts of Faith. And that book took on a life all its own at City College here in Davis Hall. But tonight, I want to bring some of the wisdom of Acts of Faith from the page to the stage. I want to share with you what I've learned about faith. And I wanted you to know that when Acts of Faith was first published 25 years ago, I was speaking here for $50 and there for $100. I was acting on faith and making money, but I was not clear. And when you are not clear, it will be difficult to have faith. You see, faith is what lets you know that the finger of God never points, where the hand of God isn't somehow making a way. And when you have a desire, a burning desire to do a thing, you have to do it. You simply have to do it. When you can see it and feel it, and when you dream about it, and when you want it and you want to be it, you must do it, because that desire isn't coming from you, it's coming from God. Faith is what lets you know that the blessing is not going to come from the starting or the doing. It's going to come from completing. And only faith will get you through to completion. That's how your faith will pay off. That's how your faith will carry you from one dream to another, one victory to another. And it really doesn't matter what anyone else has to say. The only thing that matters is what you believe to be true about you. Now we know this. Don't we know this? Of course we know this, but sometimes we lose faith. Because we have our afflictions, our challenges in life. But hear this, you don't have to be broke. You don't have to be downtrodden and hurt. And there's absolutely no spiritual requirement for you to be sad and sorry and left behind. And you know what else? You don't have to take care of everybody just because you've always done it. You don't have to. People will hold you to the limitations that you place on yourself. But baby, faith will heal all of that. And your healing doesn't have to be hard. It can be easy. And if you want it easy, don't make it hard. But if it's hard, well, you just have to work with it. Faith is what will get you from here to there, knowing who you are. And I am not talking about your name and your occupation. I'm not talking about what they call you on Facebook. I'm talking about knowing who you are at the core and the essence of your being, knowing your identity from such a deep place in yourself that you believe in you so much you don't need anybody else to believe in you, for you, or with you. Instead, it's your faith that holds you. It's your faith that leads you. Now listen, listen, listen. You gotta know who you are and then line your behavior and your actions up to be a demonstration of what you believe to be true about yourself. And when you start anything on faith, refuse to fail. Work with this. Mission impossible, possible with faith. Listen, I want you to understand this. You gotta be willing to pay the price for having faith. Sometimes it's time, sometimes it's money, sometimes it's energy, and a lot of times it's people that you gotta give up and let go just to stand faithfully for yourself, in yourself, with yourself, so that you can begin to move understanding that faith is your ladder and faith is your anchor. And when all else fails, faith will take you where you need to go. When you have faith in yourself, understanding that your Creator has faith in you, faith that you will use this gift of life to its maximum capacity, that you will shine brightly simply because you have faith in the truth of who you are. How you doing, Brooklyn? Oh my God. I've been trying to get to you for a long time. Constantly, you've been on my mind. And it is so good to be home. You know, I talk about you everywhere I go. And I have to tell you, Oakland that's my East Coast Brooklyn, West Coast Brooklyn, because they were very rowdy. So y'all gotta act up tonight, yeah? Are you doing good out there? So, I want to tell you a quick story. When I started this tour this year, I started in Phoenix. And the people didn't know who I was.
We're at 5 and 7.
When I asked Professor Google, okay, what's the deal with Phoenix? And they said that it was 77% Caucasian.
This is 9.
It was, that's all right.
Thank you.
They're like, oh. And they said that the other 33% was divided among African Americans, and Native Americans, Latin Americans, and Asians, and other. I don't know what the heck else is left, but anyway. So I had a crisis of faith. Because I decided, alone in my head without adult supervision, I decided that I wasn't a good enough speaker for the 77% Caucasian Phoenix population. 34 years in, telling you nobody's safe. So I decided that I was gonna have to write my speech down, as if they would know I was writing it, right? I was gonna have to write my speech and give the best speech I ever had so that the people in Phoenix would come out to see me. I'm telling you, alone in my head without adult supervision. They didn't know me and they didn't know that I was writing a speech. And in 34 years, I've never stepped on the stage with a piece of paper. But I had a crisis of faith. But I knew what to do. I knew to pray. I knew that. Because when I get myself in trouble, I need something bigger than me to get me out. So I started praying. And the Holy Spirit said to me, why do you need a script when you got me? And what is it that you think they need that you are not? I tell you, this thing, faith, It really is amazing to me that when our back is against the wall and when the water gets hot, the first thing that goes out the window, faith, exit stage left. So I am so glad to be here out of my crisis of faith to talk to you about faith, because it's faith that got me here. It's faith that probably got many of you all to where you're going to be. It is faith that brought Leandria Johnson to the stage. Oh, give us some love, Lord. She did the work. She did the work. So I'm not going to abandon my process. I'm going to do what I always do, and that is I start everything with prayer. So I want you to reach out and take your neighbor by the hand. Don't get scared. I ain't going to try to convert y'all to nothing. And all the heathens, y'all are safe among them. But what I do want you to do, hey, in the balcony, are you up there? Oh, bless your heart. Are y'all holding hands? Better, because you know I can see. I want you to hold hands. And what I want us to do, just stop moving in the space for a minute. Y'all are late. You should have been here. We're ready. Stop moving. Sit right there in the aisle. Come on, breathe with me. Breathe. Yeah. Relax your shoulders. Shake off the day. Because the traffic was violent today. I mean, that was violence out there. So breathe with me and shake off the violence. Come fully present to this right now moment. Let this day go, let tomorrow go, let everything go, just let it go. And come fully present to your inhale and your exhale. Now, I want you to come fully present to the life that's in your hand. Right now, in this moment, you have a life in your hand. Feel it. Feel the texture of it. Feel the warmth of it. Be gentle with it. Be sacred with it. Because every morning you wake up with a life in your hands. That would be your life. Feel that life. Yeah. Connect with it. Understand that right now we are fully and totally surrounded by angels. They love us. And they support us, and they hold us in their hands. Let's breathe together. Yeah. You're never alone. You are never alone. You are never alone. As long as you have a life in your hand is in the hand of an angel. One more breath with me. Precious Lord of the universe, thank you. We've come this far by faith. Everybody in this room has come this far by faith. Strengthen our faith, grow our strength, faith, stretch our faith, that we may become closer and closer to you. Thank you for this day, this moment, this time. Thank you for the privilege of prayer. Thank you for safe travels that got us here, and we know you're preparing the path before us so we can get home. Into thy hands I commit myself in this moment. I ask that the wisdom of the Holy Spirit pour forth through me, that I may touch hearts and minds, answer questions that need to be answered, and answer those that people don't even have the courage to ask. I ask that this room be filled with joy and laughter and peace and wisdom, and that each and every one of us leaves out of here different than we were when we came in, even if it's just a little bit. Even me. Now knowing that these words have taken on shape and form and become the condition in this space, I ask, I allow, I know God becomes. For this I am so grateful. Now I let it be, and so it is. Breathe. And gently, ever so gently, just let go of the hand that you have. And if your heart is open and you feel good, turn to somebody and get you a hug. Make sure that the man you hugging ain't with nobody. I don't want nobody to have to take their earrings off up in here. Does that feel good or what? Mr. Leon Lacey wrote that opening piece. And I don't know where Leon went and got this whole little orchestra. See, I brought you all an orchestra to Brooklyn. Look at that. I thought they were the ushers. I was in there thanking them for giving out the bookmarks. Thank you all so much for being here. Ladies on the violin. Are they coming back, Leon? Maybe. Next show. Philly. So, there's something big going on in the world. Something really, really big. And if you watch the news or television or read the newspaper, you can see it, or maybe you don't see it. But I see it and I hear it. It's huge. I see people smothering their impulses and their passions. I see people hiding or hooding their gifts. I see people withholding their talents. I see people retiring in their lives at such an early age as a result of a belief in hopelessness and helplessness, that it diminishes them and they become spiritual invalids. So many people seem to be lost in a swamp of complacency. Let me define swamp for you, okay? A swamp is a low-lying, uncultivated ground where water and other things collect. Now, in the spiritual paradigm, if a swamp had two legs, it would be a hoarder. Because it just collects things, you know? And it means that for many of us, there's a place inside of us, a dark, dank, stinky place where we hold on to stuff because water represents emotions. We hold on to the dark experiences that we have. We just hold on to them. You see, a swamp has no outlet. And very often when we're holding on to dark experiences and emotions, we think there's no way for us to let it go. This thing is so big in the world because we've been taught to value security over significance.
Say it.
We've been taught that. And we've been programmed to do what's easy over what takes effort. Now notice I'm not saying you, I'm right up in there with you. I'm human. If y'all could have seen me last Tuesday, you would have not paid ticket money to it. Okay? I was having some kind, I told y'all I was trying to write the best speech I ever wrote for the people that didn't know me and didn't know I was writing a speech, okay? Let me tell you something. Clutch your pearls right now. Because you know it's coming, beloved, right? We have been conditioned to worship the material over the spiritual. But this is the one right here, that we have been systematically frightened into accommodating mediocrity over excellence. I keep saying we, and maybe it ain't none of y'all, but the people you work with. Them. So many of the people that I meet when I be in the Walmart trying to get discount laundry detergent, because you know theirs is less expensive than Target. Did you know that? Walmart. And I'm really not in there trying to fix nothing but the prices. So do not come and bother me in the Walmart. Let me tell you, I was in the Dollar Tree. But you know, did you hear because of the tariffs, things aren't going to be $1 anymore? I have to pray about that. I was in the Dollar Tree, minding my business, buying something that I didn't need. Because it's $1. Don't you like to go somewhere and you got 4 bags and you ain't cracked a 20? That is good to me, girl. That is something I could just jump and shout. That's a hallelujah dance. And so I'm in the Dollar Tree. I'm going to get back to faith, but I had to tell you all this. I was in the Dollar Tree, incognito. That means I did not have my hair on. This is my tour hair. I can't really flip it because the clip in the back has come loose. And they'll be laying on the floor on Facebook. Iyanla lost her hair. So I'm in it with my little cart, because you know the Dollar Tree, they have like the little teeny carts, right? And the guy says, the cashier says, "Ain't you the lady from television?" I said, that is an inappropriate question to ask somebody in the Dollar Tree. But so many of the people that call me and write me and text me and be trying to tell me their story in the Walmart and the Dollar Tree, you know, they don't want to do the work. The internal work to grow them and stretch them. They don't want to do the work. They want full-time blessing for part-time devotion. And so many of us want healing without being committed to a healthy lifestyle. We want wholeness without doing what is required to become whole. This is big, people. This is huge, everywhere. And there seems to be like a reduction of the human spirit because of the way we've been programmed and conditioned and the things that we value in this fast-paced society. We want everything right now, right now, right now. And what I see that's huge in the world today is spiritual constipation. Let me repeat that. Because some of y'all are sitting on an air bubble right now. Spiritual constipation. That you gotta call somebody and ask them to pray for you because you ain't been to the prayer room since Jesus was a pup. That you don't have enough faith in your own voice, in your own wisdom, in your own strength, in your own majesty and greatness, because there's so many other things going on in your life. There's no place for the divine. This is it. This is it. What's huge in the world, what I see huge in the world, huge, 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 is we have, many of us, not you all, but the people you work with, have become faithless. But we put our faith in certain things. Like that $542 million lottery thing. Put our faith right in there. We put our faith in somebody's going to betray us again. We put our faith in, it ain't going to work, I know it ain't. It's not that we don't have faith, it's that we put our faith in the wrong things. Can you hear me? So I just want to share with you a little wisdom. I'm going to go right here to Acts of Faith. I'm going to go to March 15th. Okay? Because I tell you, I want to bring it from the page to the stage. Thurgood Marshall said this: Truth is more than a mental exercise. The human mind is always searching for truth. The mind guides us through books, it interprets our experiences, it limits us based on our exposure. The mind searches to find truth, not realizing that truth was never lost. Unfortunately, truth cannot reveal itself in a mind that is busy with personal chatter. That chatter refers to what you think, what we think we need or want, and what we say. Now, unlike truth, your mental chatter may have absolutely nothing to do with what's real. Did you hear me? Don't believe the lies you're telling yourself, like I was telling myself. The only way to find truth is to go deep within yourself and to live from that consciousness and understanding. The truth is the reality of who you are from the inside out. And that is something we rarely think about. We think about what to do. We think about what we need. We think about what we want. We think about what we don't have, what happened, what didn't happen. But rarely do we just sit and think about who we are from the inside out, and that's where our truth is. And as a result of not knowing the truth, we lose faith. Truth is the joy of living, of being, of having a connection to everyone and everything without thought or malice or condemnation in any part of you. Truth is the spirit of life. And so many of us have lost faith because we don't know the truth of who we are. So I'm gonna say it just